I have to be accountable to you, Daisy. So that is the word of the day. Thank you very much.
Accountability is not the issue, but to providing the right, correct team to actually set the system that provide accountability and transparency is what she needs at this particular point.
That team, it includes accountability. Before you can have a team, it still boils down to accountability and transparency so that we can mitigate those issues that were a problem in the past. You know, if we forget about sustainability, it is not a bad cause. I will support it at any time of the day. I have the capability, thank God, to do so. But before I can put my money on anything, I want to be sure that it is going to the right recipient.
Hello guys, it's your girl Patience Status. Welcome and welcome back to my YouTube channel. If it's your first time here, make sure you hit the subscription box and put on the notification bell so that you don't forget any time I post a new video. Remember, I'm the queen of online gossip. So welcome to today's video. Don't forget to give it a like and leave a comment on the comment section.
And transparent. I am ready to give my own money every month. Nikijua I am making a difference because some of us are orphans. And kusaidia family peke, you feel that, you know what, that's my obligation. I want to do this to make my parents happy. But when you make that difference to a stranger, you get a lot of fulfillment from it. So the best way to go about it is to make sure that she is accountable and transparent. That way, believe me, this will be the biggest charity hapa TikTok, because a lot of people, even those doubting Thomases, they will come on board. But without accountability and transparency, sijui kuna donors wamekuja chini ya maji, all those kind of things. Nobody wants that. People want accountability and transparency, and that's what it boils down to.
If I retaliate on that, you have good points, my learned friend. But again, if I decide to do my own thing, the only people I can be accountable ni wale donors wangu, not public ya TikTok, not any social media. And she knows better. And me too know better that sitakuwa hapa kuja kuniuliza mambo ya accountability when I've not come publicly niwaambie guys tuchange. The only mahali unaweza nidisha accountability ni pale nikisimama hapa niwaambie guys we need 3 million ya kufanya ABCD wa charity yangu. But if my donors nikiwa nimeanza maybe for fulani, that's where now comes the professionalism. Watu ambao wanaelewa hizi vitu, kuna accountants, kuna auditing, kuna wale watu wanasimamisha vitu pale. Those are the people who can ask kwa hizo vitu. So now she has learned the best. Get everything, straighten everything. Kama ni CBO, or register in the proper way and everything. Nyako is very smart. Atakuwa anajua where she went wrong na ata rectify. So hii story ya kusema we still need accountability, nitakuja hapa nipige kelele mara 2-3, nitaulizwa nilichanga. Secondly, what are you claiming? And let me tell you something, regardless of whatever you are doing, whatever, hata kama uko homeless, hata kama uko kwa shelter, hakuna mahali panasema kama kwamba you can start a charity. I can start ngoja nimalize, usiniingie juu. I can start a charity as a rough. But I know very well kwamba my situation is not okay. But that's my calling. I will go to watu kama kina Mike Sonko. Nitaenda mahali kwa kina Babu Wino. I'll go with the likes. Those are just examples. Kina Eric Omondi. And I will find people, hata naweza chukua mtu mkubwa wa biashara, hakakuwa signatory wangu. Still, the charity means it's my, ni charity ya kwangu. So guys, let us now reason without emotions. And I want to drop the mic right now. Will retaliate 254 I'm a wildfire.
Okay, Zidadi, let me just finish quickly. Let me reply to Zidadi. So Zidadi, if you heard very well, you said you are at that live when Nyako made her wishes known. She said that kuna wale watu hawataki ya thrive. So how do you then thrive and have your name on something that is successful? It is by getting people on board. How do you get people on board? You get people on board by being accountable and transparent. Na hapo ndio tulikuwa na shida uko awali. So even if you have 20 donors who have come on board, out of the 20 donors within a span of 12 months, maybe utabaki na 11 and 9 washuke barabarani. So by the time 9 wanashuka barabarani, you want to have 10 more who have come on board because wanaona kama hii kitu unafanya ni kitu nzuri. That is what makes a project sustainable, because this is her calling, as Winrose has suggested. So it is something that she wants to do long term. She feels the need to support these street children. But the only way this can be achieved is by having more people come on board. Hata mimi naweza kujitolea niseme I will give 20,000 every month. But pulka za maisha inaweza fanya kuna month moja mbili siwezi kumit hiyo whatever. So what do you do? If you had Ralph Muli come on board, Ralph Muli will take my place. So for her to achieve that, let her come with a different strategy. Nyako, I really like you. I believe a lot in you. Come back with a strategy of transparency and accountability. And that way, you are going to get a lot of people on board.
I hope I've answered your question.
Abanda simsaidie nani? Msaidie Winrose na microphone kidogo, amekaa sana. Thank you.
Winrose, take the microphone, please.
Okay, napeana mic kwa Winrose, alafu from Winrose Mwangi ataichukua, because Mwangi is also one of the people who is dealing with charity, I think so, ama sijui, but utasikia kutoka kwa Mwangi. And there is only one thing that I want to respond to here about accountability. I see Daisy responding that asking Nyako accountability, it's like asking World Division accountability. I've never seen World Division going from door to door asking for money from TikTokers. Unaona, I've never seen that. So it's like asking World Division for accountability kwa TikTok. Nyako will come back here still with the same style. Even though vile alikuja ati kuna watu wanataka kumsaidia the same way venye amekuja sahi. Later on it end up kwamba numbers ziko kila mahali kwa fridge and everything. We just pray that it end up kwa donors wenye wanamsaidia behind the tent. So Winrose, welcome mama. Welcome. Let's hear your opinion. Let's see, alafu tupatie Mwangi. They get donations. World Division receives donation. They receive donations, yes, but I don't think they go door to door asking for donation. Are they here on TikTok asking?
Let us argue in a way that let us argue on a way that makes sense. World Vision, you cannot compare charities ndogo na World Vision. World Vision iko funded na IMF ama WHO, World Health Organization, big, so they are accountable kwa hizo vitu ambazo zinawafund. Thank you, very important.
Asante kwa kuniokoa hapo. Hizo kizungu ndio sikuwa nayo, but hizo maneno nilikuwa nayo kwa kichwa. Winrose, chukua mic. Welcome mama, chukua mic.
Hi guys, hi CEO YTK, mambo. It's been a while. Tutamaliza story yetu baadaye. YTK tapas, kina Zuma, kina FYP, kina Kenya Happy, Easy Daddy, Home 254 Home, Official Mwangi, kila mtu. Hey, hi everybody. So every time I get on a platform and I want to talk, sometimes I'm out of topic. But today I'm so much on the very topic. Unless nitaongea vibaya, mtu akinitusi msimute, mwache tu, lazima anakuwa ananipenda pia. So there's one thing that 254, I've been taking notes while everybody's been talking. That's why I was quiet. And I kept going back on and off about siblings entitlement. I have siblings too. I'm a last born. So I have siblings too. And I have a brother in the family. I have a Roy in the family. I have who in the family. But it's not my responsibility. I struggled. I've given them, okay, I give you 5 years. you need to be doing this and this and this and this, and this is the how much support I'm gonna give you. 5 years. Who does that? And then you do that for the other 5 years. You build houses, you do whatever. It doesn't matter. So yani sometimes mimi sikusaidiwa na familia. Mimi pali nimefika, nimesaidiwa na watu wenye si familia. So I am all about family, but I don't dig my mind into it. I also go back and explore and socialize with other people because that's how I was able to get out. Blessings. So kuna watu tu akona mtu mkono ya biashara, akona mkono ya kubarikiwa, akifanya tu biashara hivi anabarikiwa. So for example, abundance, you started your samaki business and it just yani ili boom kabisa because you just blessed like that and nobody can take that away from you, no matter how many people want to talk about what kwa kila platform. Pia umekuwa na blessings. And then there is another thing, leaders and followers. So now we come into the Google Nation. Google Nation are the followers. They have a leader. That is the looking on to Nyako. That's okay. Yeah. So I break that down, Google Nation and Nyako, and then I break that down again into just looking into Nyako herself. Yes, she has family issues. Mtu unamwambia enda usort out brother yako kwanza ndio ukuje utuambie nini like nini. No, let me tell you guys. Yes, sometimes you can take care of all your family issues if you come from a very different family. Watu wa familia wengine wataelewa. But sometimes you cannot take care of other families when kama kila mtu ako na kichwa ngumu kwa hiyo familia anataka kufanya vile anataka kufanya. It's okay. I see so all the comments. I'll respond to the comments later. But I'm about to be done. So the initiative that she took to do humanity work is not easy. Why didn't you do it? Mimi, I'm not asking you, Abundance. I'm not asking all your guests up here. I'm not asking everybody. I'm asking you, even Mercedes, that you're telling me I'm a lying woman. Why didn't you do it? Why didn't you create an initiative that will feed some street kids in Kenya? Why didn't you do it? Why didn't you create an initiative that helps people or this and this and that? So, but then I will see you, the same people going to cheer about Peter Kioi that is gonna lie to you that kuna mkufi ako kwa mochari mahali na mutaenda kumshughulikia na mumlipe na mwambie JD ni pesa ngapi? Sijui nini. At least, even if we feed those kids 2 times a week, is it the same as feeding JD for 7 times a week? Like 7 times? Like every single day? 24/7? Mtu kome.
Windows kidogo, kuna mtu Windows kidogo.
I will finish with this.
Ngoja kidogo Windows. Ngoja kuna watu. Windows kidogo. Just a minute on Windows. Just a second please. Kuna watu wanakuchokoza hapa chini, nataka kuwapatia onyo kali. So guys, hakuna mtu anatukana Windows, nimeangalia vizuri, lakini nataka kusema hivi, haki ya Mungu pesa ni mzuri. Kama nimekaa hapa nisikize Windows na hakuna point na make. Oi, tuendelee Windows. What?
No, but what I'm saying is, at least
You are disrespecting me na nizi daddy.
I saw a plate.
Windrose kidogo. Windrose kidogo nizi daddy hiyo ni mbaya. The daddy hiyo ni mbaya. What makes you think that the points that you've been making are the points that we need to hear? Ana tumekupatia nafasi ulikonda.
Pesa ni mzuri sana because we are disgracing from the points. I'm telling you.
What makes you think you are
tuendelee pesa ni mzuri sana kia Mungu. Haya.
Pesa naye ni mzuri. Windrose chukua mic. Pesa ni mzuri.
No, abundance. Yeah, keep that statement. Pesa naye mzuri. So the thing is, listen, abundance. I've tried to support people chini ya maji. Bado wananidanganya. Na siwezi kuja hapa kwa expose. I've tried to support hao watu wengine. Wanakuja hapa wanaanza kunifungulia chai. Hata singekuwa nimetakana kujulikana kwa hii TikTok, and that was not my intention. I only came here to socialize and know people, and I want to move around as hivyo. Lakini sasa wameamua kiumane, sasa mimi niko hapo, sasa tuende nalo. But the thing is, everybody is a scam. So whoever salvages the little that they can salvage, mimi nitakubali nayo, because at least umesaidia mtu mwingine. Yani hiyo pesa haijamwagika bure, imesaidia mtu mwingine. Yani kila mtu hapa anadanganya, hata mkisema aje nini, kila mtu anadanganya. Lakini kuna I have some specific platforms that I will never ever sitawahi wapindukia. First one, hata waitikea anichongoe aje, hata ni analyze, najua anichongoe aje, afanye nini, I will still be back here and I will still support. TikTok, I will still go back there and support. Rising Star, I will still go back there and support. Magazeti, I will still go back there and support. Watu wengine and these. Like, when you see somebody doing good, just go ahead, support. Make it content. Yes, I agree. But and do support. But I promise you guys, I know, I'm not gonna promise. I'm sorry. I take my words back. I'm not gonna promise. But I know that the new CBO that is coming is gonna be very different. You will get accountability of everything, a budget of everything, and everything is gonna flow. Lakini sasa, somebody amejitolea kufanya humanity, unaanza, wewe ndio uko hapa unachongoa. So ujitolee wende unini. Masindis, I'm done. Masindis amesema I should be done. Bye. Abundance, thank you.
Okay. Ningeongezea kidogo abundance. Kama ungekuwa kwa live ya Prezo, kuna mahali alisema this round anataka kufanya vitu zenye ziwe clear na watu wasimreport juu kulikuwa na makosa kidogo, so ataleta awareness Germany ijue na Kenyan what government ijue na German government nayo ijue. So alafu accountability inastahili kupeana kwa wale ambao wanatoa pesa. So kama wewe mwenyewe hujatoa pesa, sijui unaitisha accountability ya nini? Tena kitu kingine, watu wakae wakijua amerisha watoto kwa street for 1 year. Na every week alikuwa anapeana mara 2 kwa wiki. Kwani hizo pesa zilikuwa zinaenda nini? Yaani zilikuwa zinatumika, na ukiangalia na watoto nao walikuwa nakula. Alafu tena kuna hii kitu kingine mwenye amesema ati aenda akajenga hao watoto waingie. Kwa ukijua kuna wakati government ilisema hawataki Chokora town. I remember Kisii town. Watoto wote walichukuliwanga wakati mwingine, lakini watoto tena walirudi. So ni mtoto yani ni wewe mwenyewe, kama wewe ni Chokora unajijudge wewe mwenyewe, ndio unaamua do you want to go this side ama unataka kubaki hapa. Huwezi force, utaforce yes 1 to 2 wataingia hapo tena, masaa kidogo watarudi tena kwa street. So you cannot force hao watoto waende mahali atumwajenge waende huko. You cannot force them, is their will. So unaona, hiyo ndio kitu yenye watu hawajaelewa.
Abundance, let me thank you very much for a very good debate, a very good analysis, if I may call it, very good points hapo. Nafikiri kufikia sasa kuna vile mtu anachoka kuliko
Zidadi kidogo. There is this person mwenye hajaongea, aki Zidadi tunamwasiu Mwangi yawa Mwangi is a soft guy. Mwangi buongea.
Acha nizungumze kidogo number one, let me start from, kuna mtu alisema about accountability, and I think from my own perspective and from vile mimi nimeona kwa job yetu tunafanya, anything you put in public utakuwa watu wengine watakuja kufanya accountability whether they donated or not, especially hizi vitu za kina human rights, I don't know, these NGOs that work with these organizations. So anything you put in public that is benefiting people in a public way, utapata so many people asking for accountability, yet hawakufanya hiyo donation kabisa, na watakuja na watauliza. And more so if it deals with children. So kitu yote unaweka huko nje na deal na watoto na unafanya ni public, wewe jua tu kuna mtu tu atakuja kuuliza accountability of when, how, what, all these kind of questions, na yeye mwenyewe hafanyi donation financially pesa. That is number one. Secondly, 254 Homes alikuwa amesema about the future of these people who are on the streets. I would rather, ndiyo kupatiwa chakula one day is okay, but it can be good for whoever who wants to do this kind of charities to identify these people and then aone kweli kabisa wanatoka kwa streets, because the idea is to put them out of the streets and not really because at some point feeding them is like, I'm sorry to say this, encouraging them to stay in the streets sana. So it can be good to identify places that unajua ndio mimi nitawapatia chakula hapa Jumapili, lakini Monday nitakuja niwapate. Maybe there are so many people who are working with people in the streets, so she can work hand in hand with an organization ambayo ina deal na watu ambao wako kwa streets, such that our watu in 2-3 years time they'll not be still in the streets, and then the foundation can still be going on. Kama ni wanafunzi, kama ni watoto, wanapelekwa kwenye rehabilitation and then reintegrated back to the schools and then maybe to their families. Like for me where I work, tunaona vitu kama hizi. Tunachukua watoto ambao wametoka kwa streets, wanapelekwa rehab kidogo, then they are taken back to the schools. And in this time, kwa sababu hawa watoto walitoka kwa nyumba pahali, so we try to look for their families, and after rehabilitation and shule wanakuwa reintegrated back to kwa familia zao. So it is good, at least hata kama hautasave hao 300 ambao wako kwa streets, hata kama ni wawili ambao umewatoa na wakarudi kwa familia zao na wakakuwa watu ambao ni productive, that one can be a plus to the foundation. I think because feeding them, utakuwa una feed hao na people will know that on Sunday we are eating. Hata mimi mwenyewe hiyo Sunday nitakuwa naenda na kula tu pale kwa street na narudi in the name of I'm a street person. Lakini ukikuwa maybe unachukua mwanafunzi kama ni mtoto, unamchukua na unamuidentify na unampeleka kwa shule ambayo atafanywa rehabilitation, all those kind of things, hiyo utakuwa umemtoa mtoto pale. Lakini ukisema tu ni one off feeding, you'll get so many people who are not even like poor, like they don't deserve. Lakini hiyo siku utawapata pale kwa street, because you will not be able to identify who is in the street and who is not. So I think anybody doing this foundation maybe can get the help of social workers and people who are working with this kind of people, then atapata msaada on how to go with it. I think that's my take.
Yeah, that is a very good Ninio. That is a very good, how do I call it, idea. Because, I've been wondering why all these NGOs have been coming, wanakuja Kenya. But sijawahi sikia NGO yenye inapeana chakula kwa street kids. Why are these people assuming this? Mbona all these NGOs, thank you to those who are gifting us, mbarikiwe sana. Why, thank you Winrose, thank you, mbarikiwa sana. Why are these people not unapata World Vision imekuja, ina kolominembe, inalipa school fees, inafanya hii, but I've never heard of any NGO ikipika chakula ikipatia watoto streets. Ziko mob ama ni personal, ni watu binafsi?
Kujibu kitu kama hiyo, you see, kitu kama World Vision, what it will do, it will give schools food. It will give homes food. Sasa ita support kitu kama ni kufeed, ita feed institution, not wale watu ambao wako kwa not one to one people.
Yeah. Yes. So hiyo pia ni idea poa. I hope the branches are here, they are listening. Daisy, nimetoka kukupandisha. What happened? Umeshuka?
Just to ask Mwangi, I think tukikuwa na kuna dem fulani alikuwa hapo had a very good points, kwa anakabiliana na 254, and we all agreed that sustainability inakuja only if you identify place. Now you know, I can get 100 people or 50 people ambao nitataka kuwasaidia, that's sustainability. But unaona hizi NGOs kubwa zenye zina nini, mnasema World Vision alifanya hivyo, it's because they are trying to tame hiyo kitu inaitwa corruption, na hizo vitu ambazo unasema kwamba how will you identify this person ni street kid. I think we had expounded on that, but thanks once again kwa wale ambao pengine wameingia saa hizi wamesikia the same point ambayo tulikuwa tunasema hiyo sustainability, something like that, hiyo ya kukaa for long. So yes, thank you very much Mwangi, good points there. Winrose, thank you very much kwa kuni gift. Tunaendelea kula pesa yako pole, thank you.
That is very wrong. Daddy, we will not be analyzing with you
everything
here.
I say is
that
very
is
wrong.
Very wrong.
Let me be bwana. Ama unishukishe. Let me be bwana. I will joke.
I should let you be, and you are disrespecting my people here.
No, wacha hiyo ushenzi bwana. Nani ya badans bwana. Niangushe bwana. Allah.
What is that?
Kwani si gift tunakula pesa? Allah, kwani nini? Kwani si ni pesa? Wewe wacha kunirukia bwana. Wacha mtu ajilamekie bwana. Wewe usiletee bwana. Wewe hapana. Usiletee bwana.
If you can gift na hiyo
it's me who's talking to Winrose. I know Winrose. We are friends. Allah.
That's disrespectful.
No.
Hapana.
No. Don't be like that.
Ameamuka. Daisy chukua mic. Ayi.
Abandon, what I meant was everything has a starting point. Even those organizations, they had a starting point. What needs to be what needs to be important is the systems that they create that provide also accountability and transparency. It starts from a young stage as it grows, and then it attracts other people who want to donate in a bigger capacity. That's what I meant, number one. Number two, also, there are people on this platform. Honestly, we can't say just because ati people support a particular cause ati ni watu tu wenye wanakapo wakitapta. People actually have good causes out here. We have people who know organizations that do support such kind of foundations, and they help set up system that can be followed. You know, there are even I work with the expatriates community, and every single day I assist charity organization. I start, like many of them who come here in Kenya, and guess what? They usually even support even startup businesses, startup foundations, these are enough support system out here that Nyako can literally get by the virtue of consultation in different platforms and different people who can come together and actually offer her concrete advice. So tusichukulie hiki kitu ati sasa nile tumezoea ya masufuria. And I also understand when she said that hold on a minute, she said also that maybe December naweza fanya kitu. Unajua, some people just jogging with ideas here and there. You want to do something, you're just letting people know. So if we scrutinize every word to word, I think we can miss a bigger chunk of things that can actually happen. And I also believe that Nyako can run this foundation literally without even coming and borrowing money here from TikTok. These people also attract other people. For me, how I built the business was through the referrals. And guess what? They refer the foundation to other people and other people and other people. She just needs to get the right people to actually show her how to do things in the right way. that is the second point. At that point also, what do you expect her to do with her platform, with all that following and with that big following? What do you expect her to do with herself? Okay, she will go to work, she will do other things. What will the following do? Just stay there dormant without doing any form of a course? Everybody ikinafikanga tu mahali, she's not also growing any younger. Also, organizations comes, organization go. The world keep on going. So we can't say that we can limit her based on her incapabilities at this particular point, not looking at still like life days ahead. There's some things, just because it started young right now does not mean that it cannot grow. All she needs is proper systems to be set, and so that it can offer accountability and transparency. That's all we are talking. And if we had people like Mwangi and other people who can actually who can actually come up with proper help and advice, this thing can actually happen, and it can be actually a TikTok product, you know, if we come together. Now Kenyans, the only problem we have is like tunashindanga tumetupa mawe lakini hatufanyi kitu. Just because it failed before does not mean that it can fail now. We also fail so that we can make a big jump ahead. We don't look at failure as just a point of where we can now kill somebody because they failed at a start. Things need to continue. That's why you fail, you wake up again. Mtoto anaangukanga, anatembea. Anaanguka, anatembea. Hatuwezi sema sasa leo tunaweza sema timeanguka, tufunge, we condemn, we fail. She's also a human being. People can be redeemed.
Oh, Daisy, thank you so much for your input. I really appreciate that. But word of the day is, after all this debate, word of the day is transparency and accountability. That is exactly what you've said, and you have even reiterated the point that I've been making. How do you get donors? You could get them via referrals. If you want to refer me to an organization, I want to be sure that whatever I'm embarking on is something that is transparent and accountable. So word of the day is transparency and accountability. And like I said before, Nyako has until January to start this initiative, but she should try and shun away from those mistakes she made, zile zilifanya iyo ingine isikuwe successful, and the things that made the other phase of it to be questionable. So, thank you very much kwa kukubaliana na mimi. The word of the day is accountability and transparency. Even mimi kama mimi, if I want to refer you to, please come and support my initiative of providing blankets and basins and sanitary towels kwa watoto wamezaliwa 24th, 25th. I have to be accountable to you, Daisy. So that is the word of the day. Thank you very much.
Accountability is not the issue, but providing the right correct team to actually set the system that provide accountability and transparency is what she needs at this particular point.
That team, it includes accountability. Before you can have a team, it still boils down to accountability and transparency, so that we can mitigate those issues that were a problem in the past. You know, if we forget about sustainability, it is not a bad cause. I will support it at any time of the day. I have the capability, thank God, to do so. But before I can put my money on anything, I want to be sure that it is going to the right recipient. And that recipient is getting it as it should be.
Okay. Can I get a minute? I've been asking for the mic. I've been very patient since I got here.
Yes, please do. Thank you.
And I know 254 earlier, she mentioned some strong points. I touched on it earlier, but I don't think she was here, so she didn't respond. But these are the few points. Daisy talks about to scrutinize 100%.
Thank you, Thank you.
I agree with you, Daisy. And then 254, you're talking about the transparency and accountability. So you're right. People make mistakes. We're not perfect, right? We're not perfect. We make mistakes. And sometimes when you start big major businesses or like companies or like all these other like mistakes are bound to happen. So there might have been some few things that were not clear in the beginning, but it will be clear going forward. So it was just that. So Nyako will plan and involve herself with the people that are right for her and that will channel her towards the success. But this is what it is, guys. It is just the humanity. Like, we've come out of our country, we want to take something back home. Someone has taken an initiative to do these that you never even thought about it. Maybe I've thought about so many other things, but not about street children. Mimi niko na plan zangu zingine na project zangu zingine. Not even this one. But I'm just thinking, like, she did think about it again. So let's not criticize so much. And just, if you can help,
Support.
help. If you cannot help, fuck off.
Okay, Windrose, nobody is going to help. Nobody is going to help blindly. We want accountability and transparency. And one of the things we can even say, you remember at one point it was said that Sijui Pesh, they had they had a plug who wanted to go and poison the food and all those things. So it is now up to Nyako to mitigate such issues. How can she mitigate such issues? She can mitigate such issues by ensuring that apatie even a caterer, a qualified caterer who has her food and hygiene certificates and all the good things, awapatie your contract so that she can then mitigate your story. Oh, this food is going to be poisoned, so many people are in the kitchen, so many people are involved in this. Anaweza kujaribu and mitigate such factors by subletting the contract to a professional, so that way chakula akisema I want food ready by 12 o'clock, then food is ready by 12 o'clock.
How do you attain that without even a proper team?
No. To fight for home.
Yes.
Is coming back new and better. So yes, we got that part covered. Everybody will
and that
be
is why we are a debate center.
Will coming back better, bigger and better. So
absolutely,
you won't have
and
to
that
worry
is what
about
we
that.
want.
Everybody will be satisfied, and everybody will be okay.
Windrose, you are not a Google more than I am, but we want Nyako to mitigate any issues that were there in the past. For example, if this food is not being prepared under hygiene conditions, then what can she do? Instead of paying Akina Wajakoya, Akina the brothers, all those people, Akina Chinedu who are being paid, sublet this contract to a professional chef who can make sure they meet the standards, they meet all the policies required by the Kenyan government to prepare food. Alafu hakuna mtu atakuja kusema kwa TikTok, oh, hiyo chakula angalieni inatengenezwa karibu na mtaro. We want to mitigate such factors, and I hope that if these things are met, then a lot of people will come on board. Even people who are not Nyako supporters. Like I said, a lot of people, yes, we do help our families. Like Njerindongo said, go and support your family, go and support your community. But sometimes it is good to go outside of your community. Personally, it gives me a sense of fulfillment. So for us to achieve those things,
that is not going to be achieved without her getting the proper team, the proper support system that she needs right now, that is more knowledgeable and accountable when it comes to these matters.
Absolutely. So
and now, let me tell you something. The one mistake that I also did with the business that I started, right?
Daisy,
let me speak.
Daisy, give me an opportunity, please. Daisy, I know. I'm sorry, Daisy. Mercedes has been on my neck since I've been on this live. And she's been texting, and I've been trying and meet her in the middle, but she's still pushing and pushing. This is the last message that she's pushing it with me telling me that Windrose is drunk. Mercedes. No, let me finish what I'm saying. Mercedes, if you have issues, don't project your drunkardness onto me. Please. Thank you. That's
Rose,
all I'm gonna say.
if I told you, and I know you are not new to this, you are not new to this platform. When it comes to Mercedes and Miss Oxfordshire, there are two mad women at the market. So these are people who don't
Mercedes,
even give
don't
any
project
traction.
your drunkenness onto me.
Windrow Nani, Mercedes
shida,
and Miss
continue with the
Oxfordshire
right
are
topic.
two mad
Sounds
women
like
at
who?
the
I don't
market.
care.
There are two
Can we
mad women
continue
at
with
the
the right
market. You don't need to
conversation?
give them any airtime.
So can we focus now, guys? Can we focus?
Yeah.
Let me interject kidogo hapo. There was a very good point. There was a very good point made by Daisy and 254 about at least getting certified ama watu ambao kuna license ya food handling, right? But again, how do we support our own if we cannot allow the new foundation ama charity ikuwe hivi getting a certificate Kenya ya food handling, the place ambayo inapikiwa it doesn't need a chef. Mind you, we are helping people, street kids. I want to use the correct term that ile tutumianga nyumbani. I'm not being disrespectful because the word that we normally use. Chokoraz wanakula hata kwa mapipa. Now, if we can come here and say that we need to get healthy, sijui what and what and what, I've never seen anybody akisema hizi chakula mnatupa kwa mapipa, machokora ama street kids hazijakuwa handled in a good way. Unanipata? So we can also, kidogo tu, we can also get how watu mnasema kina Wajakoya, the team akina Chinedu and everything, get those certificates. Because what? Why would we pay, why would Nyako or that charity ilipe watu wa nje when there's someone ambaye allegedly mnasema anauza sufuria kwa sababu ya njaa na kuna watu wengine? Is that not even promoting our own? Hiyo pesa mngekuwa mnalipa caterers. See, these people, they have also families. These people have bills to pay. That's how you support each other. Now we are doing it Europe style. Remember, we are in Africa and we have to promote each other. So I want to differ with that point. If I'm wrong, I stand being corrected. Mic dropped.
Okay,
Zidane,
let me answer you.
Okay,
Let me answer you. One of the problems Nyako faced akiwa anakuwa fought na team 333 was the conditions by which the food was being prepared. Okay, so being that she's been here before, this is a second time. We need to mitigate such issues. How do you mitigate such issues? Between now and January, when she wants to start that feeding drive, either apeleke watu wake wafanye food and hygiene course na wafanye the basics needed to be able to cook food for the public. That way it mitigate all these letters and court cases arising. That is what I was trying to drive at. Unajua, because at the end of the day, hii ni chakula unapikia the public. So it has to meet the standards necessary. Haiwezi tu kupikwa na ule mtu ako na kwa shoko, hautaki kupika chakula upatie street children, watu washikwe na cholera. So these people can be taken, wafanye food hygiene course, and iyo environment ikwe identified na the public health, waseme okay, yes, we give you the permission to go ahead with this venture. Ili tusikue na hiyo shida Pesh na Miss Oxfordshire wamestaki Nyako. Sasa hii venture imestop. We don't want that. Tunataka tunaanza mpaka uko kilindini.
Okay. Wacha kwanza Mwangi aseme. I want to hear Mwangi out.
Okay, let me say something about what Zidadi has said about these children in the streets eating from the mapipa and being fed. If huyu mtoto ameenda akokota kile chakula pale, nobody will be blamed for that. Lakini mimi nikienda niokote kile chakula nikuje nipatie huyu mtoto, I am the one to be blamed. I'm telling you a practical example. Just as some time back we went to a supermarket na tukawaambia there is bread that is normally a day expired, maybe expiry date yake ni tarehe 16, so we go there on 17th and we tell them ile mikate ambayo kuuzwa jana simtupatie, and they practically told us we cannot give you what tunajua is one day old expire, kwa sababu sasa sisi tutakuwa answerable, sababu sisi ndio tumewapatia. Lakini tukienda tuzitupe, nyinyi muende muokote, now that will be your own. Sasa nyinyi ndio mtajibu haya maswali. So you cannot say that because they feed from the dirt, then somebody else can come, I don't know what. No. Secondly, accountability is not just about money. At I gave you 10,000, where did it go? It is also about if these people that we are feeding or we are educating or we are doing what, if anything happens to them following our process, what happens? For example, umechukua watu ukasema unawapeleka kwa trip waende waone Indian Ocean. Je, wakienda pale wazame, what really happens after that? Who is answerable to these kind of things? If you are feeding people in the streets and they get food poisoning, who is answerable to all these kind of questions? So that is accountability. Si ati nilikupatia 3,000 umenunua tomatoes za pesa ngapi? No, it is a lot. It's a very huge thing that we need to be careful when you are dealing with people.
You know, Mwangi, I like that, because accountability can also be even future plans. Kwa sababu, who wants also to come and put in money for a short-term project, Even when you do, a lot of people have long-term contracts or long-term projects that's exactly what you're speaking about, sustainability, something that can actually go on and on and on. And when you talk about accountability, the way he said, it's not just about money, it's even the kind of people that you hire that are handling these children. It is a lot. And that's why I say, like, with a proper team to sit down, and sitting down is not just at day 1, day 2, day 3. We can even say maybe it can start in January, and you find it starts in March, because the right things need to be done by getting the right people to do the job. And that is the same thing what Windrose was saying. Even when running a company, you need to hire people who actually are on contracts, who have non-disclosure agreement, who have, so well, this is a lot. This is not a conversation that just because we have seen it running the street way or anything, everything has a start. And we saw the start of something that was probably not done the right way. And this is somebody who is willing to actually sit down with people, set the right structure, set the right system, set the right way of doing things, hire the right people, get the right people on board who are actually knowledgeable, get other organizations that you can actually partner to ensure that you create a stronger and a sustainable foundation. Another thing I would also say, when we come to Wajakoya and the family, I believe that this is the point where these two can be separated. I like the idea of her getting a place or a premises that can actually get the proper licensing for that everything can be separated from family. I used to run a business with my sisters and everything else. And let me tell you, wakati kuliharibika, it went haywire. I never talked to my sisters for like almost 2 years. Oh, Sijui, what happened? Such kind of things. And especially when it comes to money and your own vision and everything else, you're solely accountable. You cannot bring a family member who can be accountable on your behalf. No, these things has to be completely separated. That if Nyako wants to help her family, it will be out of her own accord, and there will be nothing attached to that help with the foundation. So if she creates this, if maybe at this point now, Atoyo Storia Familia, I get the proper team to set the proper structure, this thing can actually stand and get the right people to support it.
Yes, I agree. Daisy, you are so right. When it comes to accountability, people think that it's only about money. It's about making sure that you meet the standards, the health and safety standards that are required by the Kenyan government, to be able to supply food to these street children. You need to meet, so at the end of the day, whether, we can talk until the cows come home. All of it is Nyako needs to go back to the drawing board. Alafu kuna kitu inaitwa risk assessment. What are the risks involved in this job? Okay, there is the risk of food poisoning, there is a risk of choking, there is a risk of this, there is a risk of that. So she needs to mitigate all these risks so that tusikue tena na shida, tumeanza initiative nzuri and then halfway through we have to stop because of mutu amestaki, they are not meeting this standard, they are not meeting that standard. So all these things, they need to be put in place. And believe me, a lot of people are going to come on board, because like I said, I get a lot of fulfillment from supporting somebody who is not part of my family, because when it comes to family, it feels like an obligation. When it comes to a stranger, I get a lot of fulfillment from that.
See, 254, when we talk about, okay, you may find people like Wajakoya who would like to join the foundation and everything else. There's no problem subjecting them to a proper, what is it called? A proper professional procedure where they're actually going to be subjected to some way of working conditions.
Absolutely.
My special thanks to Nyako kwa kuweza kutuletea kitu ambacho tutakuwa tuna discuss kutoka asubuhi mpaka kesho yake asubuhi time kama hizi. It's a good thing that she has come up with the same thing that at least tunaweza analyze, tunaweza pata great minds kama za kina anaitwa nani udemo alikuwa anaongea Daisy and 254 na hao ni watu ambao pia wanatekana wa team hapo kwa Nyako mpatie hizo advices. Once again, thank you my gifters and everyone. Kama nimekwaza kwa njia yoyote ile, I'm not apologetic. Zoea kukaa na mimi. Thank you very much. Bye.
Bye. Thank you, Ralph Mole.
Hi guys. I wanted to say something. Nataka kusema kitu before nitoke nishuke. To be honest, the YTK debate center, it seriously analyzes and talks and deals with things for real. So kudos to you guys, kudos to everybody, and thank you guys for always just being looking at things in a fair and every kind of point of value from every way. So yeah, ni vizuri. But anyway, Cindy's, we're still best friends. Sijakasirika nawe. This is a platform that I really like, because hata saa zile nataka like character development, narudi hapa. Nachapwa character development vizuri, narudi hapa. So yeah, but thank you. Abundance. We'll talk later. Bye. Bye, guys.
Rose, thank you so much for your selflessness. Thank you for what we've seen you do on this platform. You are always happy and ready to help, and we really thank you for that. You know, you help without any reservations, and we like that about you. So thank you so much. But when it comes to Mercedes and Miss Oxfordshire, there are two mad women at the market. So don't take any offense. Okay, tupatieni kitu ingine tufanyie mjadala. Hii ya Nyako hata inaweza chokesha jamani. Betty Njoroge, why are you down there while you are supposed to be up here?
So thank you so much for watching the video to the end. Remember to like, share, comment, and if you have not subscribed, please make sure you subscribe and put on the notification bell so that you know every time I post a new video. So guys, thank you. I'm gonna see you on my next video. Bye.